Filming banks and stuff, mate.
What for?
Documentary.
What on?
Dodgy banks, mate, and
Dodgy banks?
fraud, money laundering and stuff like that. As you do.
Well, obviously, because it's we've had a call.
Have you?
You two chaps are filming banks.
Oh, right.
I got a bit worried in case you're doing something you shouldn't be doing.
What, like filming banks?
Filming banks, in case you're up for robberies, that sort of stuff.
Oh, yeah. Nah, mate, we're just filming, you know, because they're filming us.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So it's down to data protection thing, yeah?
Well, that's it.
Yeah. Is that not an act?
Yeah.
Speaking of acts,
Spin the camera around.
you don't need no camera on me, mate.
Hey?
I'm alright, you don't need a camera on me.
You don't need a camera on me either, do you?
Yeah?
Because
What's happening?
Possible issues, and the search warrant of place, want to search you, in case you're up to something no good.
I don't consent to searches, mate.
Unfortunately, you don't have a choice. On the search warrant of place, I have a power.
What's your reasonable suspicion?
Reasonable grounds. The fact you're actually suspicious by filming the banks.
Yeah, but as soon as you jumped out, I told you, where's the suspicion there? I like your action, man. Where's your suspicion there when, as soon as you jumped out, I told you what I was doing?
Right, it's alright.
Are you honouring your oath today?
Am I what?
Honouring your oath? Are you a police constable?
Always honouring my oath.
Right, so you're standing under common law then? You're here to keep the peace, yeah? Brilliant.
Even after the auditor calmly explains what he's doing, the officer doesn't pause or properly consider that explanation. There's no attempt to slow things down or reassess the situation. Instead, he quickly starts using terms like data protection and possible issues, which may sound official, but don't actually provide a clear reason to step in when someone is filming from a public area. The situation then escalates further when a Section 1 search is mentioned. That power is meant to be used only when there is a clear and specific suspicion that someone is carrying stolen or prohibited items. It's not designed to be used simply because people inside a building feel uncomfortable about being recorded. There needs to be a real, defined reason before taking that step. By immediately backing the bank's complaint and moving straight toward search powers, the process skips an important stage. There's no clear effort to confirm whether any law has actually been broken. This kind of approach turns a simple situation into a serious one without proper justification, which raises concerns about how these powers are being applied.
I don't consent to searches, mate, and I will not be getting searched today.
Right, I can use reasonable force to do that in the search warrant of place.
I'm a sovereign human being.
That's fine.
I refuse you to touch me or lay your fingers on me.
I don't care.
You don't care?
If
I
you
don't
touch
care.
anyone,
Not very nice.
it would be
Search warrant of
classed as
place,
rape, which is
if
common
you're
law.
recording me,
Yeah?
I have a power.
What act
to
is that?
search you. The place, police has been learning that.
Yeah?
What act?
It's lawful money, Colin.
Do you not need consent to enforce an act? No. Do you know what an act is?
Do you know what an act is? It's police.
What's your name anyway? 231. What's your name, please? Excuse me?
Sorry, go get
What's
my
your name?
glass.
PC Kershaw.
PC Kershaw. Yeah. Don't consent to acts and statutes. They don't mean no to me. I'm a sovereign human being. I stand under common law only. You'll not be searching me today.
Reasonable force to search if necessary. Obviously, monitors on the camera still, please.
I'm not going to obstruct you in any way, but I'm not going to consent to anything.
That's fine, you don't have to consent. I've told you I've got a power.
When the auditor clearly states that he does not give consent, the officer doesn't address that concern in any meaningful way. There's no effort to explain or respond to the point being raised. Instead, he continues as if the objection doesn't matter at all, moving forward without slowing down or providing clarity. Rather than outlining specific reasons for the search, the officer falls back on the idea that he has the authority to act and can use force if needed. That change in approach says a lot. A proper search should be based on clear, reasonable suspicion that can be explained in simple terms, not just carried out because someone has the power to do so. By dismissing the objection and openly stating that it doesn't matter, the focus shifts away from justification and toward control. It gives the impression that the goal is to push through the action, rather than show why it was necessary in the first place. That raises serious concerns about whether the situation is being handled in a fair and balanced way.
You haven't got the power.
I do.
Are you a Jedi, sir? What power have you got? Are we not all equal before the law? What crime are you investigating here? Under common law, what crime are you investigating?
Okay, we'll go for robbery, shall we?
Theft act. What? You're just making this up as you go along then, are you?
Business shoot the bank.
We'll go for robbery. What?
Theft act.
What? Theft act?
Yeah.
Acts don't apply to me,
Well,
sunshine.
that's you, isn't it?
That is me. What are you going to do with that?
It's a search form, Jan. I'll fill this out.
Well, you're not searching me, mate.
I am.
You're not. Under what law?
Told you.
You're clearly not honouring your oath today, are you? You're policy enforcing today, aren't you?
Lawful and legal.
Yeah.
Do you know the difference between lawful and legal?
You're clearly
officer?
policy enforcing today, aren't you, officer? Not
Definitely.
standing under common law. You should be arrested.
What's your number, sorry, sir?
PC231 Dr. Montague, Grimsby Police Station.
If you do touch me, I will be reporting this as
assault.
consent to any touch.
Yeah, you're not touching me, mate. It's assault. You will not be touching me, sir. No powers. There is no powers here. We're all equal before the law.
When the officer starts bringing up robbery and the theft act, the situation becomes even more unclear. These are serious claims, yet nothing in Auditor Chief's actions suggests anything close to that kind of behavior. It seems like these terms are being used to justify the search after the decision has already been made, rather than being based on real evidence. Instead of clearly showing how he is connected to any of those offenses, the officer keeps repeating that he has the authority to continue anyway. That response avoids the key issue, which is whether there are solid and specific grounds for the search. Without that explanation, the reasoning doesn't hold up and leaves more questions than answers. This turns the purpose of legal powers the wrong way around. They are meant to be used only when there is a clear and explainable reason beforehand, not applied first and justified later. When no proper grounds can be shown, it raises serious concerns about whether the action was valid from the very beginning.
You're under investigation for filming in a public place. That's ridiculous, mate.
Because on the section 1 pace, your behaviour gives me a power to search.
My behaviour? I've been absolutely fine with you, mate. You come out, I've just told my friend how great you was. What do you mean, my behaviour? You're making stuff up as you go along in my behaviour. How is my behaviour concerning you? How is my behaviour concerning you, sir?
If you let me finish,
I'll let you finish. I'll let you finish.
Because there's a fear there could be an offence committed at the bank by you two gentlemen.
An offence or a crime?
Either.
Get the words right, because...
Right. Offence, we'll stick with offence.
Offence, right, so you're not honouring your oath today then?
Stick with offence.
You're a policy enforcer, yeah? You're here to honour, you know? You're not honouring your oath, are you?
Am I not? Why is that? Go on, explain to me why.
I explain to you why. Well, you're policy enforcers.
The
common law of the land, not acts and statutes. They need consent, mate, of the governed, and I'm not governed by nobody. I'm a free man of the land. I claim sovereign.
It's policed by consent, by the governed.
Gentlemen, would you like to give us your names?
No.
No?
I'm not obliged to answer that question.
No.
Am I? Under what law?
No, I said, do you want to give me your
Am
names?
I obliged to answer that question?
Is that a request or an act?
Just a request.
No.
That's all.
I refuse.
When the officer begins to say that Auditor Chief's behavior is the reason for using Section 1, the explanation becomes even less convincing. That power isn't meant to be used just because someone stands firm or asks questions. Calmly explaining your position or choosing not to be pressured doesn't meet the level required for that kind of action. What's really happening is that the reasoning keeps changing. Each time one explanation falls short, a new one is brought in to replace it. This pattern makes it difficult to see any consistent or valid basis for the search. By the time his behavior is used as the reason, it becomes clear that the decision came first and the justification is being built afterward. Instead of being guided by evidence, the situation appears to be driven by an attempt to support a choice that had already been made.
People, mate. We're very peaceful. No, I'm just letting you know that, you know...
You said about a behaviour.
Or robbery or something.
Actually, comparatively, people can do things, you know, that are criminally without being violent.
Is that right? Such as what? Give me an example.
What do you mean?
Well, someone can break... You said someone can be a criminal without doing nothing...
aggressive or violent?
Yeah.
Theft.
So are you here investigating theft, are you?
No, that's a possibility of somebody.
Sorry?
Under what evidence?
What?
Conspiracy to commit. There you go.
Commit what?
Theft.
You're just making this up as you go along, yeah? You're reading out your little book. That's in here.
There, is it?
No, I mean, it's in here. You're just trying to find something. Son, you're not searching me. Nothing's happening today, I'm telling you. I'm a sovereign human being, mate, and I stand under common law, and so should you.
I sort of told you.
You've told me.
What police station I'm at.
Yeah.
I want
Can
searching.
you stay here for the camera, please,
Certainly,
sir?
PC231, Dr. Montague, Grimsby Police Station.
And what crime are you investigating?
Stand by. I'm searching you because the two have been seen acting suspicious outside the banks, filming and recording.
Is that not
So as such, I have a power under Section 1 of PACE, because your behaviour, to search you for items going to quit for theft. Okay? Are you happy with that?
No, I'm not happy with that.
Well,
I do not
okay.
consent to searches.
That's
Whoa.
fine.
Don't put your hands on me, mate, because
I'm
I'll deem
going
that
to.
as assault. That's assault.
Right.
That is assault. Here, filming.
And you're recording me, and the camera up there is recording me.
Now you're assaulting me.
I've told you.
You're assaulting me, mate. I'm a peaceful person. No, you haven't.
Place.
Under common law, mate, which you should be stood under.
Okay.
Under common law, which you should be stood under. Now you're dishonouring your oath.
Okay.
Yeah, you are. You're acting in dishonour today.
What you do, if you've got an issue with me,
I've got a big
I'll
issue with
you,
it. Dude, you're assaulting me, man. I'm a peaceful person and I come in
If you've got
peace.
issues,
Peaceful person, you bang out of order.
am I being unpeaceful with you?
Yeah, you
Alright.
are. You're assaulting me, man. Why are you assaulting me?
That's how we
You're
use
out
it.
of order.
That's how
Don't
we use it.
consent. Don't let it.
resist, but you have not got consent, and as I can see, you are now touching me.
That's
I'm a
assault.
sovereign human
That's
being.
assault, mate.
I'm a sovereign human being.
You're assaulting this man. No, I don't want to take his phone. Identify yourself.
Is it?
I'm PC 97 Grove, based at Grimsby Police Station. Who are you?
Never you mind who I am.
I don't cover under acts.
So you're not going to tell us your details?
Am I obliged to answer your questions?
Yes, you have to
Under
tell
what
me who you
law?
are.
Under what law?
Pace, mate.
Under pace, mate.
Law. Yeah.
Nah.
At this stage, the situation becomes physical even though there is no clear sign of resistance. Instead of pausing to explain the legal grounds or calm things down, the search begins while the reasoning behind it still seems unclear. This quick escalation raises concerns about whether proper steps were followed before taking action. When another officer joins, the focus quickly turns to asking for his identity, which starts to feel like the main goal of the encounter. However, when Auditor Chief refuses to provide those details, attention shifts back to what the law actually allows. This is where the limits of the power being used become important. Section 1 of PACE allows officers to search for specific items if there is reasonable suspicion, but it does not require someone to give their personal information during that process. Treating that request as if it's mandatory shows a misunderstanding of the rules. It highlights how the situation is being handled without a clear and accurate understanding of the powers involved.
You're saying you don't have to tell me who you are?
No. I've committed no crime.
You've been filming in the HSBC bank?
That's not illegal.
I think you'll find there's some laws somewhere.
I think you'll find they're in. I'm in a public place, so I'm allowed to film whatever I want in a public place, am I not? Am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong.
Have you got an identification?
Am I obliged to answer that question?
Have you got an identification?
Am I obliged to
on
answer your questions?
Why wouldn't you?
Why
You
would
haven't
I?
done anything
Why
wrong.
would I? Why do I need to speak to you?
You're acting very strangely.
No, I'm alright, thanks. I'm just not acting strange at all. I just don't like speaking to police.
Right, okay.
It's under what law is that? What law are you
History.
quoting here? What
Are you with
act?
this chap?
No, he isn't. What act are you quoting? Do you think this is funny, dear? Is this a joke to you?
I don't
What are you laughing
I
for?
don't understand your behaviour.
You don't understand my behaviour?
No, not at all.
Right. Don't understand yours either. Filming in a public place is illegal now, isn't
Can I
it?
have your
Yeah, just
name and
please.
number, please?
Yeah, but I've already given it to this gentleman.
Can I have it, please, for my
No, I've given it to
records?
this
You have to
gentleman.
identify
I've
yourself.
provided
You have to identify yourself.
to me, please?
What are you doing then today? Are you mooching on?
Can you identify yourself to me, please?
What are you doing today?
Public place, guys. You've been filming in the HSBC bank.
Yeah?
And that's why we're going to ask you to provide your details.
Oh no, I don't think so. I'm not providing any details. I've committed no
This
crime.
gentleman has just
It's not illegal to film.
Establish some
And he's just said we're free to
We're
leave.
free to leave, so we can leave whenever. But can you identify yourself to me, please?
We're just doing some inquiries at the bank to see
Come on,
exactly
let's go.
what you've been filming.
Are we being today?
So
Are
you
we
stay
being?
here, guys,
So I'm
until
not.
we find out. We'll make
Am we
our
free to go?
inquiries.
I've been
We're going to
detained.
stop
Are we being
you.
detained?
You're now being
Criminal
detained.
Am I being
offence.
detained?
Establish any offences occurred
Under
at
what
the
law
bank.
we're being
You said I was
detained?
free.
Oh, I've changed my mind now.
Under what law we're being detained?
Under what law?
Yeah, under what law are you
Under common
detaining
law.
me? Under common law?
There you go.
No, under what law are we being detained?
Well,
You've got to have a reason to
since
detain me.
common law is the only law that
He
you're
said we can
standing
go.
on.
Come on, we can walk away. We don't have to be here. Come on, Richard, let's walk. You can't do it, mate. See ya. And you. Thanks for assaulting me. Clowns.
After the incident, Auditor Chief filed a formal complaint with the police station about how everything was handled. Beyond that, there doesn't seem to be any clear public update on what action was taken. While the final outcome isn't widely known, the act of submitting the complaint is still important because it creates an official record and requires the department to review the officer's conduct. Looking back at the interaction, what stands out is the lack of a clear legal foundation throughout. The reasoning kept shifting, from concerns about filming to suggestions of theft, to general speculation, and even comments about his behavior. None of these points were clearly linked to a specific offense that matched what was actually happening in that moment. By the end, the situation doesn't reflect careful or measured policing. Instead, it appears to show a reaction based on discomfort rather than clear facts. A simple act like filming a building turns into a series of accusations, a search, and repeated demands for personal details, all without a solid reason being clearly established. Moments like this raise important questions about how such powers are used. It shows how easily everyday actions can be treated as suspicious when there isn't proper clarity or understanding. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel and keep these discussions going. I'm the Audit Assessor. This was episode 23. See you next time.